Dear students, good morning. Suraj Group of Schools welcome you all. Today we discuss the next type of chemical reaction which is known as displacement reaction. Displacement reaction are those reactions in which a more reactive element displaces a less active element. We can say active or a reactive. So we can define it as those reactions in which more reactive element displaces a less reactive element from its compound. Those reactions in which more reactive element displaces a less reactive element from its compound. This type of reaction is known as displacement reaction. Before taking the example of displacement reaction, we can understand some terms about the reactivity. So first of all, we discuss the reactivity of metal. After that we discuss the reactivity of non-metal. So reactivity of metal, reactivity or activity series The reaction which we have, which is already drawn here, this series is known as reactivity series or activity series for metals. So we can define the reactivity series or activity series as the series in which metals arranged in a column according to their reactivity from top to bottom. The series in which metals arranged in a column according to their reactivity from top to bottom are known as reactivity series or activity series of metal. Now we can understand it better. These are elements which are placed in a vertical column from top to bottom. The first element, which is potassium. Second one is sodium, barium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead. This is hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold. Last one is platinum. These elements are placed according to their reactivity. The element which is placed at the top of the reactivity series is most reactive element. So we can say that potassium is most reactive element. We can say lithium is also more reactive than potassium. We can place here lithium also, which is most reactive element, and the least reactive element is placed at the bottom of the series, and it is least reactive element. We can also place the hydrogen in between this activity series because hydrogen is a non-metal, but it shows the characteristics like metal because it can donate its electron to form a positive ion, S positive ion. Hydrogen can form S positive ion because it can lose their electron That's why it can form as positive ion, or metals can also form as positive ions. They can also donate an electron. That's why we place hydrogen in the reactivity series of metal. The elements which are above in the reactivity series, above the hydrogen in the reactivity series, are more reactive than hydrogen, and the element are placed below the reactivity series are known as less reactive element than hydrogen. Now we can take the reactivity series of non-metals. Reactivity series of non-metals. To this we can take the example of halogen family, which is as follows: fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Fluorine is more reactive than chlorine, chlorine is more reactive than bromine, and bromine is more reactive than iodine. The reactivity series of non-metal group 17 element of periodic table. This is as follows. Now we take some example of displacement reaction, in which we can take the example of iron reacts with copper sulfate solution. Iron reacts with copper sulfate solution. This is aqueous solution. When it reacts, we take two test tubes, add 10 ml of copper sulfate in both the test tubes. Add 10 ml. We can take two test tubes. In these test tubes, we take 10 ml of copper sulfate solution. 10 ml of copper sulfate solution, and we take two fresh iron nails. Two fresh iron nails. Fresh iron nails, and clean with the help of sandpaper. We can clean the iron nails with the help of sandpaper, and we can name the test tube as follows: A and B. In one test tube, in A test tube, we can place an iron nail with the help of thread. After some time, we can observe the color of copper sulfate solution, which is bluish solution, blue in color. After some time, the color of the solution faded. The color of the solution starts fading. It converts blue to light green. So we can write the reaction as follows: iron in a solid state, which is iron nails, and two iron nail, 1 and 2. First iron nail we can put in a test tube A. After some time, we observe that the compound is formed, which is known as, this is copper sulfate, blue in color. This is ferrous sulfate, which is green, light green in color, and along this copper is also formed. This reaction is taking place because iron is more reactive than copper, because iron lies above in the reactivity series than copper. That's why iron displaces copper. From its aqueous solution and forms a aqueous solution of ferrous sulfate, which is light green in color, and along this solid copper is formed. In this iron nail, we can see that fresh iron nail, which is greyish in color or shining nature, and the bluish color. So in test tube A, the color of the solution start fading. It changes to blue to light green color, and the iron nail, which is fresh new iron nail, the color of the iron nail is converted into brownish, reddish brown in color. Iron nail, the color of iron nail is converted into reddish brown. That from this we can conclude that copper is deposited. Copper is deposited on the iron nail which is placed in a test tube A. That's why the color of the iron nail changes. We can compare the iron nail which is placed in a test tube A with the iron nail 2. The difference can easily be counted. So this is known as displacement reaction because a single element, a more reactive element, displaces a less reactive element from its aqueous solution to form another compound. We can take another example for this, or we can also take the example like zinc reacts with HCl. Zinc reacts with HCl, gives hydrochloric. HCl is hydrochloric acid. When the metal reacts with acids, it gives zinc chloride. Zinc chloride. It gives zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. Plus hydrogen gas. So we can say that when metal reacts with hydrogen, they give hydrogen gas. Sorry, when the metal reacts with acids, they give hydrogen gas. The elements, the metals which is more reactive than hydrogen, they react with acid to give hydrogen gas. But the elements or metals which is less reactive to hydrogen, they does not react with acids and does not produce hydrogen gas. Or we can also take the example of here ferric oxide. In a displacement reaction, ferric oxide reacts with aluminium solid powder. We take the aluminium as a powder form. In a powder form, it reacts with ferric oxide which is solid. Ferric oxide which is also in a solid state, and aluminium is also in a powder form. Large heat is supplied in a large amount here. This type of reactions are used in welding purpose. For a welding purpose of iron, this type of reactions are used and it is known as aluminium oxide. The compound is formed here is aluminium oxide, or which is in solid state, or it is also known as alumina. Sorry, we can aluminium oxide plus iron in liquid state. Iron is formed here in liquid state, which can be used in a welding purpose. Due to a very large amount of heat is supplied here, that's why iron is produced in a molten state. These are the example of displacement reaction. Now we discuss the double displacement reaction. Now we take some examples of double displacement reaction. We can also write here double displacement reactions. Double displacement reactions are those reactions in which two ionic compounds in the solution react with each other to form new compounds. With different ions. So we can define it as those reactions in which the ionic solutions of two compound ionic solution of two compounds reacts with each other to form new compounds. Those reactions in which the ionic solutions of two compounds react with each other to form new compounds is called double displacement reaction. We can take the example of this type of reaction such as like that barium chloride. Barium chloride reacts with sodium sulfate, or it is in aqueous state. Sodium sulfate, Na2SO4, which is also in aqueous state. Na2SO4, known as sodium sulfate. It gives, because sodium is more reactive than barium. We can understand from the reactivity series, sodium is more reactive than barium because sodium lies above the barium in a reactivity series. That's why it is more reactive than barium. So sodium displaces barium from its aqueous solution to form sodium chloride, NaCl, sodium chloride, which is aqueous solution, and barium sulfate, which is in solid state. Barium chloride is colorless solution, and sodium sulfate is also colorless. Is also a colorless solution, but on mixing these two solutions, the solution which is left is NaCl, and the solid substance which is floating in this NaCl is barium sulfate, or that are white precipitate, barium sulfate, or which is white precipitate, are floating in the NaCl solution. So these type of reaction in which two ionic compounds, sodium is an ionic compound and barium is also an ionic compound. That's why they displace each other, because sodium is a positive ion, chlorine is negative. So sodium combines with chlorine to form NaCl, and barium is positive ion and sulfate group is negative. That's why it combined with barium sulfate, or sodium displaces barium because sodium is more reactive than barium. That's why these compounds are formed. This type of reactions are known as double displacement reactions. Next type of chemical reactions is precipitation reaction. So we can also precipitation reactions. We can also define these type of reactions, those reactions in which two ionic solutions of two compounds react with each other to form a new compound. New insoluble compound is formed. React with each other to form a new insoluble substance or insoluble compound are known as precipitation reaction. We can this reaction, which is a double displacement reaction, it is also known as a precipitation reaction also. We can take the example of this reaction as an example of precipitation reaction, because barium sulfate have white color precipitate which are formed on mixing of two solutions. Or what is precipitate? What is precipitate? We can write precipitate as in short form. Precipitate are an insoluble substance. Insoluble substance which is separate out as solid. Which is separate out as solid. The substance is known as precipitate. The substance is known as precipitate. So these type of reactions are known as precipitation reactions. Now we take the example, second example for precipitation reaction, in which we can confirm, we can also test the presence of CO2 gas also. The reaction, we can take the example of sodium carbonate. We can take the example of sodium carbonate. Precipitation reactions. Sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. Na2CO3, which is in solid state, reacts with HCl. Reacts with HCl. 1 second. HCl, which is liquid in state. HCl, which is liquid or in aqueous solution. Diluted HCl. They react with each other. Because sodium is more reactive than hydrogen, it reacts with acid and displaces hydrogen from hydrochloric acid. This is sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate, hydrochloric acid. It forms NaCl. It forms NaCl, aqueous solution of sodium chloride, and along this water and CO2 gas is also produced. CO2 gas. CO2 gas is also produced here because carbonate group is present here. Because carbonate group is present here. Now we can pass this CO2 gas in lime water. Lime water, CaOH twice. Lime water, which is also known as slaked lime, calcium hydroxide, also known as calcium hydroxide. In this calcium hydroxide we can pass CO2 gas. Aqueous solution है इसका, and we can pass CO2 gas into this. When we pass CO2 gas in a lime water, it forms calcium carbonate. It forms calcium carbonate, which is a solid substance, and milkiness appears in a solution. Calcium carbonate, calcium carbonate, milky suspension, milky suspension. So these are precipitates. That's why we take the example of precipitation reaction. And water. Along this water is produced. Along this water is produced in liquid state. So milky suspension is created here due to calcium formation of calcium carbonate when the CO2 gas is supplied in an excess amount. On this calcium, on the formation of calcium carbonate, an excess amount of CO2 is supplied to this compound. The milkiness disappears. The milkiness disappears. Milkiness finishes, and it forms a new compound, calcium bicarbonate, which is a calcium bicarbonate. CaHCO3 twice. This is known as calcium bicarbonate, which is known as calcium bicarbonate, or this compound is soluble. I can write it here. This compound is soluble. So milkiness is disappear due to the excess amount of CO2 is supplied to the calcium carbonate. These are the examples of precipitation reaction. Now we discuss the next type of chemical reaction, which is known as neutralization reaction. The next type is neutralization reaction. Those reactions in which an acid reacts with base. An acid reacts with base. Either it is a strong acid or a weak acid, or either it is a strong base or a weak base. Acid reacts with base to form salt and water. In general form, we can write it as acid plus base gives salt plus water. The general form of neutralization reaction is. We can take the example here, like acid HCl, hydrochloric acid. Base is sodium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, and this is hydrochloric acid, hydrochloric acid. They react to form salt, NaCl, because sodium is more reactive than hydrogen. That's why it forms NaCl plus water. Hydrogen combines with the OS group is combined with hydrogen. Hydroxide group combines with hydrogen to form water. This is a salt, which is known as sodium chloride. That's all for today. The last type of chemical reaction, we discuss it in next lecture. Thank you.